Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. The throw hits. Now it's time for some fun.
Here comes a new challenger.
Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Parries the attack and fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Will the drive rush here open things up for them? Downs them. Player 2 chases him down. There's a corner switch. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Oh! Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. All right, let's see the damage here. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. A chance for big damage with the punish counter. Player 2 has completely used all their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left. Burnout triggered. Who will capitalize on an opening first? The spacing is so on point right now. He fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Both of them springs. Oh, how they spot that. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. That's a counter. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Hits them with the fire. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Barry jumps up. Drop the throw is taken. Knockdown, here comes the mix-up. Experiencing burnout. Player 1, if that punish counter creates a chance for some juicy damage here. Reads the throw and escapes. Fires off a Hadouken. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Looking for a chance. Avoids getting stuck, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Tries to do something new, and can this drive bring them back? Drive berry. This can lead to some big damage. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. Knight, what now? Puts the brakes on the impact, but knocked him out of the down and out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Who's gonna scrum above with the guillotine? What patience to scout out the counterattack. Takes them instantly to the corner. Barely blocks the jump in. Both sides getting ready. Head whiffs. They're wide open. Rue goes for the Shin Shoryuken to give him the early bird pass to the afterlife party.
What's wrong? Get up!
Claire, it just bets it all on the drive rush. Combo, let's go. He didn't take that throw. Bust out the debit card because that fight was cash money. This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. The throw hits. Now it's time for some fun. Gets a read on the opponent. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. The low doesn't connect. Gets the jump in. Taking stock. Projectile to try to change the situation. The jump in is denied. just out of range for that throw. This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. Both fighters are barely alive. Both fighters are weighing their options. Looking winded, burnout changes the game. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Don't mind me, just making fires off the Shinku Hadoken. Scoops for the win. Player 2 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
Jump! The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Player 1 is dominating this round. Gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. That punish counter creates a chance for some juicy Heyo! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Starts the connects with the throw. Barely blocks the jump in. Crowns him from above. Juicy damage with that throw there. Nothing stops this train. Yo, what's next? Taking chunks out of each other here. Player 2 can't let this end whip. They're wide open. With super arts into play, it's really it. Oh, burnout. Was that on purpose? Oh, what a work. Player will burn. Oh, word. It's the thump. Player 1 was the only one left standing after that. That's what I like to see. Talk that. Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
Let us begin.
Don't
Round 1. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Blocks the jump in. The throw hits. Now it's time for some fun. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Knockdown. Player 1 needs to be cautious with drive gauge. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Hits them for the stun. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
Goes to the overdrive. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps! Drive gauge gap here. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather. Still slugging it out and getting sweaty. The low heavy's blocked. Going in? Dashes forward. Opens him up with the throw. Pries him open with the shoryuken. The drive impact doesn't work. Are we going to see it break some? What'll happen here? Burns out. Knocked him out of the air. You're done. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with the jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocks it. Both fighters standing firm with plenty of health remaining. This could lead to some big damage. What a smart throw! Puts the brakes on the impact. Plenty of health, connects with the throw. What are they going to do? Opens him up with the throw. Player one can't let this simmer. They put in the cherry on top. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage.
How's this?
Juicy damage with that throw there. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. More fuel on the fire. Cook 'em up. Wants an exclamation point on the victory, but is it enough? What? It's enough to kill? What a freaking read! Player one, with the rhythm, only connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. Lands the back throw. Time to go to work. Oh, you never super art to show what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Yo, are they actually done? Is this it? Are they dead? Oh, they're hella dead. What a way to close it out. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Let us begin.
Hope you'll put up a fight!
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Picks up some quick damage with that combo. Player one chases him down. All right, what's coming next? Player one is working with less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Goes for the super art. Spins it on the super art. Uses a fireball to try to establish their pace. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. Burnout trigger. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player one has completely used all their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. That was a huge, huge stun. They need to capitalize on this chance and go in for the kill. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player two with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round two. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Player one was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. I'd like to see them use this drive disparity to shift the tide of the fight to fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player two is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Overdrive Hadouken. Going in? Looking for a chance. Crowns them from above. Sets up with the jump in. Are we going to see it come? What's this? What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen. Last round, people. Both fighters got to go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any. Uses their drive gauge. Both fighters springs forward with the drive rush. We're just getting started here. Who'll take control? Player two is in a very good sets up with the jump in. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Gives the ribcage some TLC. Breaks it. A jump in. This can lead to some big damage. The throw connects. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Adds a little spice with the overdrive. Crowns them from above. Burns out. The rip sat on the meter until they got this super art. Didn't it seal their fate? Did it? there. Sets up with the jump in. There's a burnout. Super art to show what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Yo, are they actually done? Hope for times like this, we laugh like this, we grind like this, or win like this.
Really win.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. Oh, it's a good day for a fight.
Let us begin.
I'm ready to go.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Overdrive. Fights out of the corner, but not able to relax just yet. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. The fighters are at a standstill. They gotta be cooking up something. So who's going to make a move? Gets the wall splat, and now the opponent is defensive. Player 2 is mixing it up and has him shaking in the corner. Denied up top. Starts with the jump in. Look at the damage they can pump out with this combo. Things are heating up. Player 1 is working with less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Life lead opens up, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Projectile to try to change the situation. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Fires off the Shinku Hado, hits him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Feet are not only good for dancing. Player 2, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Throw whiffs. Opens them up with the throw. That's a counter. Looking winded, burnout changes the game. Player 1 has an empty drive, but they're going for the super art. Still slugging it out and getting sweaty. Gotta do better than that. Burnout triggers. Fires off the Shinku Hadoken. What now? Oh boy, both running empty on drive. One player is in burnout state. Is it time to end this? Escapes the corner. Barely blocks the jump in. What's the fear? Got it! Player 1 gets a clear victory. Two of the biggest lap monsters are about to get it on.
Let us begin.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Shuts down the arrow play. Goes for the throw. Player 1 with the life lead. Very dangerous range. It can definitely get clipped by something. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Denied up top. Down. Player 2 maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. The jump in is denied. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Can't decide who's gonna stay in the corner. Knockdown. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They're experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Showing some real between the wall and a hard place. And they're stunned. That's a counter. Not much luck aerial top two. They return to center stage. Good decision with that throw. Point blank range here. There's a burnout. A jump in. Yo, critical right now. A real gets the counter hit and the win.
Real win.
Player 1 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. Got a mirror matchup? And this isn't just about the W. You gotta win it for pride. Do it for yourself.
Let us begin. This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Uses the downtime to get above. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Are they trying to slow down the pace with the projectile? Puts one in the pocket, and... both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? Maintains composure and fights out of the corner. Squeezes the gauge. Feeling out the space. Our fighters should be all warmed up now. We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. This range is where it gets interesting. You gotta utilize the reach of your moves to bait out and attack. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. They gotta watch out. Fireball from a very long range. What's next here? Player 2 has completely used all their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round. Just goes for it at this range. Going in? Player 1, well, that was a well-placed projectile. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starts the party with a jump in. All right, who's gonna swing first? Jump! Gonna spin their gauge on a drive rush here. The jump in is denied. That throw misses. Gets a buff in the meantime. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. This is the ideal range to utilize that fireball game. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. You know we paid to get in here, right? They trade hits. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Shows the medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. Jump! The air-to-air is good! Don't mind me, just making a flowchart over here. Takes a chance with a buff. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Could be looking to start something. Are we going to see a come? Wrexham! What'll happen here? At the 20-second mark, and the pressure's willing to risk it for the overdrive. What were they thinking? Player 1 can't use any drive. Oh, show them how it's done. What now? Charges up the platform. The next chisels them down. Player 2 comes away with the win.